Oh my goodness, I've been a member of this church all my life. My parents moved to South 7th when I was like 2 years old. And this is, I don't know exactly when they started bringing me, but this is the first place I ever came.
And we came here in '71, I think is what it is, and with about 3 oldest kids, and my husband, and I went to work in this church. I've been at Little Children's Church, started it up, and then I've been in the choir, and I've been teaching, and I had to give it all up when I turned to be 80 years old.
I became a member in 1952. Wow. 13 years old. I'm 75 now, so that'll be 62 years.
My first full memory that I remember is it was at VBS, and my mom was teaching pre-K, and she was teaching about sin, and she had a 2-liter bottle with a face on the front. Her name was Hickledy Pickledy, and she was full of water, and we talked about the difference between being dirty on the outside. She would put mud on the outside of the bottle and then wash it off, and the difference between being dirty on the inside with sin. And she put food coloring in the bottle, and then she talked about being cleaned with Jesus on the inside, and to do that she showed by putting bleach in there, and it would make it all clean again.
My earliest memory is coming on a Sunday night for worship service, and there wasn't a really large crowd that night, but definitely some people stand out in my mind. And I remember people like Jackie Parker, and I remember Juanita Trammell, and and Miss Lois. I remember some people that were just really gifted at making people feel welcome, and it definitely had a very warm, intimate family feel. I remember Brother Brett preaching, and I remember his preaching being very different than what I had heard. I remember feeling a passion from the pulpit, and I just remembered really liking where we were and feeling like this was a new home for us.
Sunday school teachers, the godly men that taught me, E.R. Donahoe, and teacher called Mr. Johnson. I don't remember his first name, but they implanted in me my, not in the way that we should live. We should in a godly manner, and that's my earliest memory. How what they put in and instilled in me the spirituality that I think a person should have.
I guess my earliest memories are my Sunday school classes as kids, and because I went to school, with the same kids that we came to church with. We were all neighborhood kids, and we used to go and just the little fellowship things that we did, and just enjoying it, just loving every minute of it. So it was all great.
I've had some wonderful days here in this church, and to me it's just like home. And when they told me I had to quit driving and I couldn't go to church unless somebody come and got me, I believe it was the hardest days I've ever faced in my life. Because this was my life, it was my church, and my children will tell you that. Sunday mornings, Wednesday nights, visitation, and anything I could do with the church, I felt like I was doing it for the Lord.
My fondest memory was being baptized, and I remember on the day of, I woke up and Mom gave me my first devotional book, and it had the date that I was getting baptized in there. And I remember whenever it was time to be baptized, I went up the stairs, and can't remember exact conversations, but I remember Brother Brett baptized me.
My fondest memory would be just the consistency of being so blessed that my family came to church as a family, and that this is just the foundation of so much of my life, and being here for so many years, and gone through, so many memories. Of course, you always say, I was saved in this church, but so is the rest of my family, and so it's just been such a blessing and such a the root of my whole existence, for so many years. So
My fondest memory would be watching kids get saved, and each of my kids have been baptized here, and so definitely watching that personally, but also having a hand and being able to witness God move in the lives of other kids through the youth department and the kids department, and just being part of that process, and just watching God light a light in these kids to where they have that transformation, and they know all of a sudden that Jesus died for them, and they love Him so much they want to give the rest of their life to Him, and watching that is something that it can't be topped.
I'm thankful that for the church and what it has done for me in my life and my family also, because it is a vital part, and still going strong. That's a good deal.
I'm just really excited about looking at not only the past of where the church has been, but what's ahead for the church, and watching kids continue to grow and take over leadership and keep growing the next generation and the generations that follow, and so that we can be something awesome in this community and reach beyond ourselves and do something really awesome for God.